What's going on, guys? We're going to talk about how to hire VAs. Now, the first question is, what is a VA? A VA is a virtual assistant, meaning everything is done virtually, right? They don't have to be there physically in person in order to do what they have to do. And what we do is we hire virtual assistants who live in other countries. And typically, this is a huge advantage because one, they already have experience doing communications and even managing your Airbnbs. But on top of that, the cost is like a fourth of what it would cost you to hire somebody to do your communications in the US. So let me give you an example. For the most part, I pay about $30 to $40 a month per Airbnb. And this virtual assistant does all the communications for my entire Airbnb portfolio. So that is what a VA is. And the reason you want to hire a VA is because as you want to grow and scale your short-term rental business, basically you need to stop doing everything yourself and start automating the business. So instead of doing the communications, right, you can go and look for the next Airbnb. And obviously communications are extremely important. There's communications before the guest arrives, during the guest stay, and even after they leave to try to get the review. And so again, hiring a virtual assistant is going to help you scale your business and also keep your costs lower. The first question I want to answer is, when is a good time to hire a virtual assistant? Now, I typically recommend my students to do the communications for like the first 1 or 2 Airbnbs. And then after they have 3 or more, bring in a virtual assistant. Why? Because obviously the work starts to add up. But not only that, I would say the biggest reason is that a lot of the information is actually very repetitive. The questions that you're going to get are 95% the same. Hey, how far are you from XYZ? Hey, can we check in early? Can we check out late? And the truth is, you don't need a high income skill to answer those questions, right? The reality is, they're important, but they're also like tedious and it's repetitive. So you want to remove yourself from this repetitive task, and you want to make sure that you are working on the business, not in the business. A lot of entrepreneurs, not just in Airbnb, in every business, they get stuck because they are wearing all the hats in the business. They are doing all the work. And so they are running their business like a job, right? They're used to trading time for money. And often, people, when they become entrepreneurs, they have a couple limiting beliefs, and some of those are, if I want it done right, I have to do it myself. And if there's one thing that I've learned, 15 years being a business owner, building multi-million-dollar businesses a year, is that I don't know everything. I am definitely nowhere near one of the smartest people. Like, I failed 7th grade, graduated high school with 4 Fs and 1 D, and then I dropped out of college. I'm lucky to have a high school diploma, to be honest. Like, I barely made it. And so I am not the smartest person. So what I do is I hire people that complement my skills. So whatever skills I know I'm not good at or choose not to be good at, I hire people that are experts in those skills. And this is how I'm able to accomplish more with less. And so that's sort of the mindset there, is you want to hire people that are smarter than you, that are better than you at certain things. So the next question is, where do you hire these virtual assistants? Well, the number one place that I like to hire them now is a website called Upwork.com. It's up, U-P, and then work.com, Upwork.com. And what I like about it is you can hire people from any country. So if you wanted to hire someone specifically from a certain country, you can definitely do that. So it just gives you a lot more options and you're not limited, right? And again, hiring somebody in the Philippines, Mexico, South America, Central America is going to be cheaper, a lot more affordable than if you hire somebody in the US. And honestly, you can get somebody just as committed, if not even more committed, because you can pay them double or triple than what they would make at another job in their country, but it's still 4 times less than what you would pay somebody in the US. Well, how do I pay them? There's a website called Wise.com, W-I-S-E, Wise.com, and it's super simple, and they can get the money basically within a few minutes, and you can pay someone almost anywhere in the world. What are the responsibilities of a virtual assistant? Well, they have to do all the communications before, during, and after with each and every guest. So they're going to be sending check-in information. They're going to send them, like, check in on them the day that they arrive. Like, hey, Jorge, how was your check-in? Do you have any questions? Is there anything I can help with? Also, during their stay, in case they have questions, this virtual assistant is there. It's almost like your front desk person at a hotel. The other part is they're going to be communicating even after the guest checks out. Why? It is super important, right? We are living in the social proof economy. What that means is that if 100 people say that this Airbnb is a 5-star experience, people will believe it. Just like when I go, and I'm sure you guys go to your favorite, maybe to a restaurant that you haven't yet been to, if you Yelp it, and if 99% of the reviews are 5 stars, you know there's a 9 out of 10 chance you're gonna have a great experience, great customer service, and you're gonna love the food. And so you wanna make sure that your VA captures that review, a 5-star review from each and every guest in order to create a snowball effect of reviews, credibility, and really take your Airbnb business to the next level. Do the communications yourself for the first 1 or 2 Airbnbs. After that, bring in a VA. The great thing is, as that VA gets even more and more experience and you want to grow and scale, you can actually have them become a manager where they take on a bigger role. Maybe you could eventually have them answer any inquiries, pick up the phone. If the guests have a question and they want to call, instead of calling you, they can call the VA. Here's the thing. Once you have 5, 10, 15, 20 Airbnbs, it's going to be like pretty much impossible or extremely overwhelming and stressful for your phone to be blowing up all day, people calling you with questions, inquiries, or a concern. You don't want to do that. You're not going to have a great quality of life, right? The reason we get into business is to have flexibility, to have options, ultimately to have time freedom, and to be able to live anywhere in the world. That's the benefit of having a short-term rental business. I do have some upcoming free webinars on how to build a multiple six-figure automated Airbnb business without owning real estate. So if you guys check the description and the links down below in the description, you'll be able to join that. And you can also set up a call with my team to see if we can help you build your Airbnb empire. Also, guys, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, where I post every single day at the Jorge Contreras. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one.